ja nicht so gut funktioniert.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Unangenehm.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Was zum Weg ist jetzt gerade passiert?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Ich denke mal, jetzt haben wir alles gesehen. Bis auf die Mind Factory.
When Stanley
Mind
came to
Controlling
the set of the
Facility,
two
so.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ich bin noch leicht verwirrt.
Yet there was not a
Aber nur
single
leicht.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Aber auch eine schreckliche Tapetenwahl. Habe ich mich hier nicht schon umgeschaut? Ja, Fahrstuhl. Wo geht's hier hin? Ah. Stanley? Hat die gerade Stanley geflüstert? Ist mir egal. Ich genieße einfach die Musik. Achso, das ist einfach nur ein musikalischer Trip. Yeah. Und den ich jederzeit beenden kann. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Ich habe schon... Der Fahrstuhl war schon katastrophal genug.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ich denke mal, das ist ein großer Lichtschalter. ...226, 128, 156, 73, 32, 106. Was hat das zu bedeuten?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ja, das sind schon sehr, sehr viele. Was ist das? Oh, Kamera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
400, was haben wir? 475, glaube ich. Oder? Halt, ich habe vergessen, welche Nummer wir waren. Oder, ne, 427. Ja, das sieht eigentlich ganz gut aus. 427 war es, glaube ich. Sieht ziemlich danach aus.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be
darum geht's
true.
weiter.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Ich bin stets bemüht. Piep, boop, boop, piep. Okay, ich muss wahrscheinlich die Knöpfe drücken. Der Reihe nach. System Power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power.
Oh, ich hätte vielleicht auch erst mal ausreden lassen sollen.
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of
Parkplatz war voll
liberation,
deplatziert.
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.